Good is good. It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the best player for each and every price right now in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. So like if you want to spend, let's say, 200,000 MT, who is the best player you can get? If you want to get a player for 10,000 MT, where should you look? Those are the things we're going to be going over and talking about in this video. Now, if you are new to the channel, make sure you do smash that subscribe button. Really do appreciate all of the recent support as always, as we do ramp up into the holiday season. Now, for 5,000 MT, we're going to plug in 3 different options, and I'll go briefly over every single one of them. The first option I do want to go over and talk about is Emerald Terrence Mann. Now, why is Terrence Mann good? Well, it really is easy. It starts and ends all with that release. He's got, in my opinion, one of the best releases, maybe the best release in my team right now. Terrence Mann based on Quick is so good. Dame dribble style is fine, plays a decent amount of defense, and for 4,000 MT, tough to beat. Next guy I want to talk about, Brandon Pajemski. Here's the deal, guys. 85 3 ball, 85 speed. There's nothing he really can't do on the court. And honestly, I've been using this card in like triple threat offline just to get through games quickly. And his release is so silky smooth. Definitely a card I do like. Last but certainly not least, Shane Battier, 'tis the season pass card. 3-and-D option at that small forward position. Doesn't have as good of a release as Terrence Mann, but he is 6'8" and just does some other things for you guys on the court. Those are the 3 guys I would recommend for under 5,000 MT. Next group, under 10,000 MT. We're going to start it off here with Larry Hughes. I guess, I said under 10,000 MT. He's exactly 10,000 MT. 6'5", plays a lot of defense at that point guard position. Not necessarily the most hype beast type of card, but he is a card that you can trust on the court. 83 ball, 86 speed. Really solid defensively with a pretty good player model player build. Doesn't get much better than what Larry Hughes can provide. Next guy I want to talk about, I've not actually used, but I like his game, is Bob Pettit. 89 3 ball, 74 speed, and solid defensively. I feel like everybody is sleeping on this Bob Pettit card, and they shouldn't be, because he can do everything at a decent level in my team. Last card for 10,000 MT, Cam Reddish. Obviously, he's talked about a little bit more. Another 3-and-D option, similar to like a Shane Battier, Terrence Mann type of card, although he might be just that little bit better on the defensive end of the court. Those are 3 guys I recommend for 10,000 MT. Next group, guys, 15,000 MT. This is the group of the Evo cards. So obviously, if you want to spend some time Evoing cards, you're going to have to for this group. Derek White up first. First guy I want to talk about, 6'4", 6'7" wingspan. In my opinion, one of the best budget point guards in the entire game. It doesn't matter that, oh, well, Ty, he didn't even get to a diamond. Ty, he's only an amethyst. I don't care. This card is so good for what he is. Great release, good defense. Perfect budget option at the point guard position. Next guy I want to talk about, Bobby Portis Jr. Talk about a guy that can do it all on the court, can shoot the ball, can play decent defense, and you'll be surprised at how well Bobby Portis Jr. competes on the interior, because obviously you don't think of Bobby being the best defensive player, right? But with this Evo, becomes solid enough, especially with his defensive badges, to compete. And yes, these guys have went a little down in price. They were 14,000 MT. Now they're 13,000 MT. So again, getting better value out of the cards. Last but certainly not least, Jared Vanderbilt. Disappointed with his last couple of Evos, but nonetheless, still really solid. Release is kind of slow, is kind of baited, but I guess, it is part of it. But Jared Vanderbilt still on the court is absolutely incredible. Plays good defense. Just does a lot of things at a high level. So far, when I've put them in groups, I've plugged in 3 cards each. For the next group, I can only plug in 1 card. It's 25,000 MT. Card is Scottie Pippen. Now look, he's 28,000 MT, so yeah, you guys might be like, oh, Ty's a little bit more, whatever. 25,000 MT, you can get Scottie Pippen. His price is going to go down even more this Friday. Talk about one of the best options at that small forward position. It is Scottie Pippen. Now you guys can argue, oh, but Terrence Mann's better. Oh, but this guy, I like this guy. Like, okay, then use those guys. I'm just saying, for me specifically, I've used Scottie Pippen and I've had a ton of success with the card. So why fix it if it's not broken? You know, I've had a ton of success with Scottie. I like his game, can knock down shots, plays good defense. I like his player model, player build. So why switch things up if you know, you do like the card in general? That's the one thing I would encourage you guys to think about with Scottie Pippen. I really like this card. I've had a lot of success with him. Scottie Pippen for 25,000 MT. 50,000 MT, I don't necessarily like this value, but I think the best value is Anthony Davis. Now again, I'm not perfect. If any of these are just wrong and you guys have any other options, leave them down below in the comments. But I kind of like what Anthony Davis provides for us on the court. 6'10", 7'5" wingspan, can shoot the ball, play good defense. And even for my Nobody Spent Squad series, I mean, there was a time you could get Anthony Davis for free. I did, and I'm enjoying using the card. Now, is he as good as let's say, like a Chris Bosh type of card? I don't think he's quite that good, but he is on that similar type of level where, you know, you can use AD, have a lot of success with him, and have fun with him. Plays good defense, knocks down shots, and that's all you need from the card. Next group, 75,000 MT to 100,000 MT. Because from like 50,000 MT to 75,000 MT, there's really not anything. So we're skipping right to 75,000 to 100,000 MT. Cade Cunningham, in my opinion, a top 3 point guard in the entire game. Badge-wise, this is the base card. It has literally basically every badge you could ask for already on the card. And you guys might be like, okay, Ty, but like, is Cade that good elsewise? Like, otherwise, what does his release look like? You know, what does the card look like outside of that? Well, I think he's incredible. Great 3-ball, good speed, really solid defensively. For 84,000 MT, one of the most, I'll say it, overlooked cards in the entire game. Swaggy P up next, 6'7", 7-foot wingspan, good hot spots, good 3-ball, good speed, good defense. Now, I always forget about Swaggy P in my lineup. Like, I'm still like, should I run Brandon Roy? Should I run Joe Johnson? And Swaggy P, because he's an amethyst, I feel like people sleep on him. But again, badge-wise, super complete. Kind of reminds me badge-wise of a guy like Cade Cunningham, where you can't get much better than he is on the court. Swaggy P for, you know, 84,000 MT, a good option. Last, certainly not least, in this group, Michael Beasley, 84,000 MT. I think at the small forward position, again, we've got cards that have came out that have been better, like let's say a Rudy, a Luol Deng. Those cards have came out, even a Bron, they've been better than Bees, so everybody's kind of sleeping on Bees. But still, if you are no money spent and don't have quite, you know, 200,000 MT and are kind of in that middle stage, Beasley's a really good option. Defensively, doesn't give you a whole ton, but on the offensive end of the court, one of the best small forwards in the entire game. Next, 100,000 to 200,000 MT. We're gonna start with Ron Artest. In my opinion, outside of probably Kobe Bryant, the best shooting guard in the entire game by far. And again, I have not used Kobe Bryant, not played against the card. Obviously, Kobe's available directly through packs, but the pack odds are so low that nobody is obviously has the card or pulling the card. And I love Ron Artest. Defensively, maybe the best player in the entire game. Rudy base is immaculate. And again, look at the defensive stats, defensive badges. What more can you ask for out of a card for less than 200,000 MT that you don't have to lock in for? Ron Artest is that man in my team. Other card, David Robinson, 7'1", 7'5" wingspan, hotspots from both corners. Just a really solid 3-and-D option. And yes, I say 3-and-D option because look, he's got an 85 3-ball. Can shoot the ball, can knock down shots, plays a ton of defense. I mean, obviously he's more than that, but he gives you that much on the court. The best center in the game. Next up, guys, we have 200 to 300,000 MT. And I'm going to be honest, I was looking through things and I'm like, okay, there's nobody from 200 to 300,000 MT that I think is even remotely good. And so that was kind of the problem for me. It's like, who do I even plug in there when we're talking 200 to 300,000 MT? Because I feel like 2K made all the diamonds a little cheaper this season. You know, they're 180,000 MT. And so you have to go back a little ways to get anybody. I guess the guy I settled on was John Wall for 220,000 MT. Although I'm not a big fan of John Wall. Like John Wall, I will say, his release is fantastic, but I never really got comfortable with his movement. I never thought his defense was next level good. So do I recommend picking up John Wall? No, I just don't recommend spending any MT on this price range, to be honest. Last, certainly not least, 300,000 MT plus. Basically, what is the best set to lock in? Kobe, Bron, Giannis. I'm going with Kobe Bean Bryant. 6'6", 6'11" wingspan. Obviously, he's more expensive than Bron. If I was to choose between Bron and Giannis, I would choose LeBron. But I do think your overall best card in the game right now is Kobe Bean Bryant. And again, the group I have it under is 300K plus, because obviously Kobe is super expensive. When you look at the badges, it does not get much better than this. Kobe Bryant, your overall best card in the game, and the card I would spend the most MT on. That's gonna wrap it up for our video today, guys. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.